Well, direct from Canada via Afghanistan, or is it Afghanistan via Canada? Mariya, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
So many things you talked about in your journey makes me think about influencers that you've had and people that you've influenced too. But could you share one, two, or three people that have been influencers in your life?
Yes, there's actually a man that our worlds kind of came together just by chance, and his name is Jeff Adams. He's a pastor in Kansas City, a life coach, a friend who has become he has not just only influenced my life, but completely dramatically changed it. He's a cultural chameleon. He was in El Salvador during the war there, and he had the opportunity to, as a Christian man, he came face to face with my Muslim father. And by that time, through all these journeys, I had kept my Christian world and my Muslim world literally in countries apart and made sure everything that those two worlds didn't come together. And this man, it did something that profoundly changed my life. He was able to stand in front of a man that had a completely different religion, different cultural experience, different journey and everything. And he looked at him and it said, we come from two different worlds, but we actually have the same story. We were both men that were in war, that had daughters, that stayed during the violence, that eventually took our daughters and brought them to a place of opportunity. And I tell you, as he was saying this story to my father, to my Muslim family, you could just see walls just shattering in that living room. And he taught me something, and he taught me that we can have my story and you can have your story, but the power is when we can bring our two stories together and create a third story. And the power of that third story is that you don't own it and I don't own it. And that's where their hope comes. And he has saved my life in so many ways. So he's definitely an influencer.
Powerful.
Yeah, another great influencer. I know it sounds corny, but it's my husband.
That's not corny, by the way.
It is, no?
No.
You know, he talk about a man that came from a boy that grew up in a small town in Kearney, Nebraska, and to become a well-respected businessman. And what I absolutely have learned from him, admired of him, is sticking to integrity and just really not budging on those core values. And a lot of in business, things can go up and down and challenges, but for him to just stay so laser focused, and especially during this COVID when the transportation industry was just absolutely rocked, for him to come out even stronger and have a lot to do with those core values. So he's just awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'd say the same thing about you, right?
Yeah, sure.
Didn't want to put you on the spot, but what the
hell? We make a great team.
That's what it's about,
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you win championships in sports, the team.
Yes.
So thank you so much for sharing that, and thanks for being one of the leaders who care.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's an honor.